There are a lot of them out there. So going down the spectrum from Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these other alternative cryptocurrencies. But the further you go down the stack, the more worthless they are.
You have Bitcoin and then you have other cryptocurrencies. How do new cryptocurrencies come into being then?
Yeah, so all other cryptocurrencies are just a copy of Bitcoin, basically. They either copied the code or forked Bitcoin in some way. Forked Bitcoin means there was a blockchain that is the Bitcoin blockchain, and they just took a fork of that chain and changed it to a different cryptocurrency, a different consensus mechanism, and at that point, it no longer becomes Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a immutable chain that never changes. So when you fork it, you have created something else. So Ethereum, the second largest, came into being as a result of that kind of transaction. Others were just using the same concept that was put forward in the Bitcoin white paper to create cryptocurrencies of their own. Unless there is significant utility, a cryptocurrency is worthless.
Right.
And I think many of your listeners would probably agree to that. Bitcoin has significant utility because it is verifiably scarce. It's backed by thousands and thousands of megawatts of energy that are verifying the ledger. And it has a property that's similar to gold, right? It has a lot of properties similar to gold. Ethereum has value, has a market cap of over $100 billion, which is sizable,
Right.
because it is an application layer for all the decentralized applications. So it's a Turing complete blockchain, which means you can build software on top of it. So with Ethereum, there's business value there. So people are building applications on top. That's where we get the term Web 3, right? Web 2 was like app-based, app-based browsing of the internet. Web 1 was like the internet and browsers. So Web 1 to Web 2, now Web 3 is it's called dApps, decentralized applications. So you can build those on other blockchains like Ethereum or Solana or Polygon, some of these other ones that you've heard of. There are a lot of them out there. So going down the spectrum from Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of these other alternative cryptocurrencies. But the further you go down the stack, the more worthless they are. So we really don't do any advocacy work or any education work around anything beyond those top, say, 10 platforms that are actually providing real business value. Everything else is just a way for someone to try to do an IPO, like an initial public offering, without actually going through the regulatory hurdles of doing an IPO. They're basically fundraising for their project. They're raising money through a coin offering. So we don't advocate for that. And I personally think that 90% of cryptocurrencies will die and go away.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the ones that exist will be like the Amazons and Googles. Now, they won't be centralized. They won't be corporations, but they will have that level of impact on humanity.